He may never get an appeal approved. He may have to serve his life in prison with the additional 25 years of what he was convicted of. And here's why. The state of Missouri is very clear in their law that he deliberated. And here's the proof. And here is his only hope at the end of the video that may be able to give Nick Godejohn a second chance.
One of those moments you might only have once in your lifetime. Basically, it was an angel and a devil. I actually had two different ones speaking to me. They both said one thing and left the decision up to me. First, the angel spoke, which I wish I would have listened, because it's really weird, because that only reassured me that my original idea of what we should do would have been the right thing to do. It's really weird that it reassured me on that. But it actually said, his very actual words was, take her and run. That's his very words. We had the other part of me, and yeah, that time dead. This bitch is dead. But basically, once I heard that, some darn reason, I don't know why it inflamed the emotion of rage, but it did. It inflamed the emotion of rage. So I ended up whispering to Gypsy, get in the bathroom, because I just want to get this over with. She made me believe that her mom would find her. And I guess that's the reason why the darker part of me was more, I guess you could say, not manipulative, but more able to persuade me into saying, you're gonna have to do this.
So when she's laying there, where's the first place you decide to stab her?
And I just was in a random spot in the back.
In the back, just random?
Yes.
Do you know how many times you stabbed her?
4.
You stabbed her 4?
Yeah, 4 times.
Okay.
The 4th one, I felt it go into, I think it might have been her lungs.
Okay.
Because it was harder to get out.
Okay. Did it take one hand to get it out, 2 hands?
I had to yank it out.
Okay.
With one hand.
Okay. So it did. So the others came out easy, but this one, that one kind of came out harder?
Yep.
Okay. And so, you only stabbed her 4 times? Are you sure about that?
Well, as it's stabbing, I stabbed her 4
Okay.
times. But I did actually cut her one other time besides that.
Okay. Where'd you
It was
cut her
on
at?
the back of her neck.
Okay. And did you use the same knife that you
Yep.
did the others with?
Yep.
Okay. And when you did the cross the back of the neck, did that even cause an injury, or did you see any blood or anything?
Yeah, she was bleeding.
Okay, she's bleeding. And so did she scream or holler, or
Yeah, she did.
what was she saying?
First she said help, and then she didn't recognize who I was. She
Okay.
said, who are you? And then,
She said, who are you?
yeah.
Okay. And she didn't recognize who you are, and she says help, and then what does she say?
And then she called up for Gypsy, but Gypsy didn't do anything.
Okay. She hollered for Gypsy.
Yes.
And did she holler for Gypsy once, twice, 5 times?
3 times.
3 times? And what was she saying? Can you tell me how she said it?
She pretty much yelped it.
Yelped it?
And she was like, Gypsy!
Okay.
Yeah, she was loud.
And what did you do when she did that?
It didn't stop me from keep on going.
Okay. You just kept stabbing her?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, I still believe in law and order. I believe criminals need to be treated as such, you know, and they've got accountability they have to do to the general public. So I think that's important to me. I think it's important to me that we set a standard that people know, you know, what happens when you commit a crime. There's going to be consequences. And once you've learned to accept that, and once you realize, yeah, I made a mistake, and a lot of things, have you owned up to that crime? It depends a lot too on references. You know, I mean, you know, who's out there, you know, actually saying, hey, I believe this guy deserves another chance?